Clarkett is not pregnant. What is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all asking for Cierra to be in the Beyond the Villa cast when she was removed from the show? Make it make sense. And TJ and Iris are copying Nicolandria. What the welly? This is Anonymous T, and let's get it crack-a-lackin'. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7 postseason, and I said that it continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. There is so much foolishness and shenanigans that go on with these Islanders on a daily basis. But then there's a whole separate thing with this 49% of new viewers that are just dedicated, full-time, 24/7, jobless behavior, unemployed behavior, underage behavior, childlike behavior, devoted to being on the internet all day, either dissecting these Islanders' every move or coming up with wild accusations regarding these Islanders. First off, we got to start about it made it to the shade room at one point. I don't know if the post is still there or not. Alleging that Clark was pregnant, you guys. We're not doing this again this season. Y'all do this every couple of months with Serena and Cordell and make pregnancy allegations. We are not going to be doing this. And I peeped y'all how y'all only do this with certain couples. Y'all only do this with certain couples with pregnancy rumors. I peeped how y'all move. I peeped y'all game. I peeped what it really is about. Last season, it was Serena and Cordell. This time, you're just going to zoom in on Clark and Taylor. It is not a pregnancy. It is called being in a happy relationship, you guys. It is called eating good. It is called the honeymoon phase of a new relationship where you were eating good, going out to eat, having some good, restaurants and all the things, traveling, going on vacations together, all of the things. But y'all wanted to spread a pregnancy rumor. Let me guess, you were hoping this was true so you could try to call Clarkett a baby mama, right? And try to go in on all of these other things. No. Clark already went live and debunked the lies and told y'all she is not pregnant and she was never pregnant and she's not going to be pregnant. The cast was just announced for Beyond the Villa, you guys. Like, what are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? Next on the docket is you guys, some of the fans, not all, some of you are calling out TJ and Iris. You guys are, for whatever reason, you're not happy that they're not getting any backlash of how they came together. And you are noticing that their rollout about their relationship and how coy they're being is reminding you of Nicolas and Alandria. And you are also talking about, how they're posting certain things and how it's similar to Nicolandria. Some of you are doing these deep dives and I don't know why. I really don't. Here's the bottom line, right? Here's what I think the issue is, right? I think some fans are tired of the PR allegations as it pertains to Nicolandria. I'm here to tell you, whether you are a fan of Nicolandria or not, the allegations are not going to go away. People have already decided what side of the coin they're going to be on. But the problem I have is, regardless, y'all like to project all this hate onto the other islanders unnecessarily. What has Iris and TJ done? Why is there a discourse today on Reddit about TJ and Iris? Make it make sense. Oh, because they're not getting enough hate, or the public is responding favorable to them. It's a problem for you. Do you guys know the history of Love Island and how certain couples are treated? Even with all of the drama season 6 that Kayla and Aaron had, there were still people hoping with bated breath that they made it to the finals. Because there is always a couple that the silent majority wants. The silent majority wants a different couple to root for every season. They don't want the couples that you want to push, you guys. It's not rocket science. It is not rocket science. They knew that it was an entanglement and it was a widow situation with Pepe and Iris. They didn't care. They were going to make sure they had something representing them in that finale. Let's talk about it. But preferably, they wanted TJ and Iris. That's why they're not getting the backlash, because that is the silent majority preferred couple. The silent majority that is not going to get on the internet and tell you that. Because you know what the undertones of saying that means, you guys. But all this rage baiting, all of these think pieces, it's unnecessary. You know why. You know what this show wants to do. You know how they want to prop up the main characters of the show and push the other islanders into superstardom and success, like they did with Huda, you guys. And you see how that worked out for her. It is tale as old as time, just like Beyond the Villa was supposed to be about PPG. Instead, it was a sympathy edit for Connor, Aaron, and Kendall. Like, why are we, acting obtuse to what this is? Why are we acting clueless as to what this is? Y'all know what this is. Why are you shocked is my question. Why are y'all shocked? So that is that. Also, we got to talk about Huda. But not in the way that y'all think. So, as you guys know, I suspected Huda was not going to be on the show after what had happened with the hard N-word with the hard ER at the end scandal with Louis, and her and him were laughing about it and everything else. I thought she was going to be a shoo-in for the show, and it didn't happen. But what happened also was she was pulled from Huda Beauty. Her deal with them got canceled, and I think it was going to be a long-term deal. I think it was going to be a lot of money, a lot of profits, a lot of things. However, Leah from season 6, y'all, got some flowers, got some roses, and it said, "With love, Team Huda Beauty. Most beautiful flowers from the most beautiful soul. I swear, guys, their whole family has a heart of gold," and tags Huda and tags Huda Beauty. Huda, like the Huda from Huda Beauty, not Huda from season 7 Huda, you guys. No. Right? So now people are speculating on whether or not Leah will potentially get a deal with Huda Beauty, you guys. And that is going to set off all types of chaos in the Love Island USA fandom if that takes place, you guys. That is going to set off all types of things. We will monitor the situation and see what happens and see if there is a deal in the works or something along those lines, because that would be savage. That would be savage. Now, finally, you guys are questioning as to why Cierra was not announced in the Beyond the Villa Season 2 cast, and that she quote-unquote apologized and deserves a redemption arc and all of these things. And I'm trying to ask y'all, what show do y'all watch? What show do y'all watch? Do you guys understand when you are fired from an opportunity, you don't typically come back after being fired unless it's a wrongful termination, situation, or potentially several years have passed and there's new management, there's new HR people, everything else, or maybe you weren't full-time, right? You weren't a full-time employee there. Maybe you were a consultant, maybe you were a contractor, right? And so maybe you can come back in a different capacity. But Cierra got eliminated by production for her racial slur, just like Yulisa did, you guys. When you get removed from the show, you miss out on everything. You don't get the preferred press junket tour that the finalists or the more popular favorites from the show, which is why you saw Taylor and Clark, which is why you saw Shelly and Ace for the press junket. You miss out on all that, Cierra. When that happens, when you get removed from the show, you don't get those priority interviews with, the Today Show, with, all of these things. You don't get to be in the top publications like a People magazine, like a Glamour, and all of those things, or like Elle magazine, or like Teen Vogue, or whatever. You don't get those. You can still be invited to events. You can still go to different parties. You can still, I think Cierra recently was just at an Ice Spice party or something. You can still get access to things. You know what I'm saying? You can still go places, but you're not going to be going on Beyond the Villa. I didn't understand why people were hoping that she would be at the reunion. Once you're removed from a show, that's it. That's why I was confused for Housewives fans, why y'all were expecting to see Kenya more at the reunion. I understand you were hoping to have it be a part of a closure conversation of what happened with Britt Edie, but once you're removed, you're removed. There's no second chances or third chances or anything like that. Once you're removed, you're removed. Just like the guy from season 2, Justine season, that they found out allegedly he was an escort. And whatever reason, they didn't do the proper background check. I think it was the COVID season when they were in Las Vegas, you guys. But what happened was he was abruptly removed from the villa once the background check came back about his alleged past. Just removed him on up and out of there without a trace. So when that happens, anytime somebody's removed from the show, you guys, there's no second or third or fourth chances. They've got to figure it out. Cierra has to figure it out on her own, on what her rebrand is, on if she still wants to be an influenza, how that's going to work for her. But it's not going to be off of the backs of Peacock. Peacock's going to have nothing to do with Cierra. They want nothing to do with any type of racial slurs, racial investigations, anything else. That's why I think Austin's not there. I think initially Austin was supposed to be there. But with all of the drama that is taking place right now with Huda, and I think her position got removed as well. I think she was supposed to be in the cast. I think potentially Austin was supposed to be there too, because it sounded like he was going to be in LA for the rest of the year. But it sounds like from a recent podcast, Austin might have potentially, allegedly, gotten back onto, got back into some things that he's not supposed to be getting into, if you catch what I'm saying. And it may not have been a good look for him to be on the show anymore. So, none of the less, you guys, that is why when you get removed, when y'all want to push certain people to try to get eliminated, to try to get dumped, and then when it happens, and then you want to try to push like this sympathy arc, this victim arc, and everything else, but actions have consequences. And although Cierra has put out multiple apologies, some of y'all still aren't featuring it. So why are y'all gonna do a whole nother thing of trying to think that she's gonna be back on the show? Once you're removed, you're removed. That's it. That's all. As todos. Like this video. So we've reached the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's it. That's all. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line. It is final. It is finito for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.